Why feeling better does not equal getting better. Pain going away feels like success, let's be honest. But it's not proof that the problem is fixed. Some of the most advanced spinal degeneration I see belongs to people who felt fine for years. And today I want to explain why. Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Jake, and this is one of the most important concepts that I teach patients. Because misunderstanding this is why so many people feel stuck in cycles of care. They say things like, it helped, but it didn't last. I always feel better for a bit. Why does this keep coming back? And the answer usually isn't that the care failed, it's that feeling better was mistaken for healing. Pain is not a report card. Pain is not a progress bar. Pain is a warning system. Pain exists to get your attention, not to explain the problem. When pain goes down, it means that the nervous system decided it was safe to turn the alarm down. It does not mean that the structure is corrected. It does not mean that stress was removed. It does not mean that the body is stable again. It just means that the alarm got quieter. Now, it may be that those other things are happening too, but it doesn't mean that just because pain has somehow gone away now. The nervous system is designed to prioritize survival, not perfection. If something is unstable, the body tightens muscles. If motion is restricted, it reroutes movement elsewhere. If nerves are irritated, it'll dampen sensation. All of those things can reduce pain while increasing long-term wear. That's why people can feel better but move worse, have less pain but more stiffness, have fewer symptoms but worsening posture. The body is adapting, not necessarily correcting. Let me explain compensation clearly. If one joint stops moving correctly, another joint has to move more. If one muscle shuts down, another muscle sometimes have to work overtime. That overworking muscle becomes tight, that tight muscle becomes sore, and everyone assumes that that is the problem because that's where the pain is. But that muscle is doing its job. It's protecting an instability somewhere else. So you stretch that muscle, you massage it, you loosen it, and then the nervous system immediately tightens it right back up again because the instability is still there. It's like unplugging a smoke alarm instead of putting out the fire. The noise stops, which is great. You feel relief, which is great, but the problem continues silently, which is not so great. That's why pain relief alone can actually delay real healing. It removes the urgency without removing the cause. Relief care asks one question: where does it hurt? Corrective care asks a totally different question: why does your body need to compensate in the first place? Where is the real cause? Relief care focuses on symptoms and corrective care focuses on patterns. One aims for comfort and the other aims for change that lasts a lifetime. Neither is wrong, but confusing them leads to frustration in either case. This is especially important for kids because kids often don't even feel pain. They adapt quietly. They slouch, they shift, they compensate, and by the time that pain shows up later in life, the pattern is so deeply ingrained because it's been there for a decade or more. If you've ever said, I feel better, but something still feels off, you're probably right. Real healing isn't about chasing pain. It's about restoring balance. That's why we measure neurological and structural change in our office. So improvement isn't just assumed, it's proven. Because feeling better is great, but getting better is the actual goal. So if you found this video helpful, give it a like, give it a heart, whatever. Share it with somebody who needs it. If you know somebody struggling with back pain or something like that, share it with them. We're local to Castle Rock, Colorado, but hey, if you're in another state, another county, whatever it is, I would be more than happy to help you find a chiropractor near you. So find one and get your spine checked.